Alrighty, folks, I am going to get some free coaching, some free advice. Someone's going to poke holes in a crazy idea I have, and we're going to do this with the one and only Beth Traverso. How you doing, Beth?
Hey, I'm doing great, Mike. I'm intrigued. People
So I
don't
want
know
to,
that sometimes I go on here and I have no idea what we're going to talk about. So
yeah,
that's
no,
part
you
of the
act
fun.
exactly. Just dance, Beth. Just
Yeah.
dance. So I want to lay out an idea because again, you play in a real estate market where $1 million and multi-million dollar home sales is common in the area that you serve.
Yes.
So I'm actually out looking for potentially buying a home, and I am seriously playing with the idea of shopping for a multi-million dollar home. You know, two, three, four, five, whatever that is. But I only want to buy it one way, and this is the way I want to do it. So I want to hear if you've had any experience with this. Is it just a crazy idea that nobody will do? You ready?
Yeah. Lay it on me.
So I basically want to buy it seller financing, just to kind of cut to the chase. But I want to do it with these three conditions. So one, I will buy it and I will be putting 10% down. So if it's a $4 million home, I'll put 400 down. The reason I want to do that is I want to make sure all the agents get paid, all the escrow fees, so the seller doesn't have to bring anything to the table. And it shows that I'm a legitimate buyer. I'm not trying to do some zero down nonsense on a mansion. Two, we will then negotiate a monthly payment at some number, right? Whatever is good for both of us that works. I'm going to ask for that to be fixed payment for at least 10 years. I will prefer 20 years. And then at the end of the term, either 10, 15, or 20, whatever we negotiate to, we will have a balloon payment, which basically makes up the balance that I haven't paid to date, right? So simple math, $4 million home, I give you 400, I make payments for 20 years. I don't know, there's $2.8 million left on the balance. You get a balloon payment at the end of that. So that's where I'm at. And again, first thoughts, questions, what am I missing? All of that.
Well, I always like the creativity, and I would say what you're describing sounds like a little bit of a unicorn, but that's okay. Sure. You're used to looking for unicorns, right? And you find them sometimes, so could be. Yeah. I would say probably that scenario would have to be something where the house has been on the market for a considerable amount of time.
I agree.
A very long time. Maybe they've had some sales fall out for whatever reason. That would be your ideal target. And it has to be somebody who doesn't need the funds for something else.
Yep.
A lot of people that own those types of properties, they tend to be high net worth individuals. Because they own that property, you know, and they'd have to not have the mortgage that would need to be paid.
Yep.
So, you know, they have to own it outright, or your down payment would maybe pay that remainder of the mortgage.
Right.
I know for a lot of them, the thought is about best use of capital, you know. So for folks like that, it might depend on what their plans were for the funds. If they were gonna invest it in something else, would they do better than they would selling it to you?
Sure.
So, you know,
yeah,
I would say,
so I know it's
yeah.
Go ahead. So these are other things. So I love I love how your brain works also. So this is where I'm at. So again, I'm in a market where average days on market is, I think, 33. I'm looking at properties 6 months or older. So we're in sync there. I'm doing my best to use PropStream to look for low or zero balances. I am looking for one thing you haven't mentioned is I'm looking for vacant properties.
Yeah.
Right. Because this, one of the ones I'm looking at, they own 7 or 8 homes around the world and they haven't been here for 12 years.
Right.
Right. So again, no balance, vacant, been on the market forever, maybe asking too much. Again, I'll pay list price as long as I get my other terms. But yeah, those are the things I'm looking for. So 6 months or older is where I'm starting. And I also want to do vacant or it appears, it's not used, I'm thinking.
Yeah, because there's a lot of upkeep expense. You know, we had a large home listed a while back. Remember the cost of just it sitting there every month while it was on the market was astronomical.
Yeah, you got to pay insurance, you got to pay electricity, you got to pay the cleaners to come through.
Yeah,
security, all of that. I mean, it adds
the heat,
up.
Ever was, and it was like a 7,000 square foot house, and it was this big, and yeah, just property taxes, just was staged, and the staging had to be paid for every month, and it took
Yeah.
a while to sell, but it did sell. But it just, it's those types of properties is more of a marathon. And you do see with these high-end properties, they do tend to stay on the market for a long time, and they'll often go through multiple agents over time or
Sure.
years, and they start really high and they come down, 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 and then they usually end up selling for a decent bit below
Mhm.
list price. I don't know what it's like where you're looking specifically, but
Yeah.
um
Again, this is just a crazy
yeah.
idea I
Mm-hmm.
have. And again, the other thing that may happen is sometimes these homes have gone on to the heirs, and the heirs have no interest in them, bad memories, whatever, not in the
Mm-hmm.
area. So yeah, again, if you're in Las Vegas and you are an agent, that's where I'm shopping for this crazy idea. If you have a potential unicorn out there, as Beth called it, let's reach out. I'll get you paid. I won't be hard to deal with. Again, 10% down. We'll negotiate a payment and a term. We'll see what's what.
I want
Thanks,
to hear
Beth.
the
I
follow-up.
yeah,
Have this, and I want to I want to see
uh,
this place when you get
yeah.
it. It sounds pretty
I,
exciting. I'm imagining what that would be like, and how cool that would be. So,
it would probably be an eyesore day one, but maybe 6 months later it'd be something to
oh
see, right?
yeah. Mhm. That's
So
pretty
yes,
exciting.
if you're
Yeah.
in Vegas, reach out to me. We'll do something.
Hmm.
Beth, if somebody want to buy or sell, or better yet, get a referral from a top 1% agent to someone else in another part of the country, what would they do?
Yeah, easiest way to reach me is through my website, Beth Traverso. Let me try that again. Can I say my own name? BethTraversoGroup.com.
There you go. Thank you so much,
Thank
Beth.
you.